Hello, everyone. My name is Asim. I'm working as head of the immigration department in the Dubai office of Intermark Global. Joining me today is our senior associate, Neha Rana, who works along with me in our Dubai office. So, before we start this presentation, I would like to thank each one of you for taking out time from your busy schedule and attending this webinar. And during the process, during the webinar, if you have any questions, please feel free to write them down in the chat box, and we will try to answer that as early as possible. So let's start this webinar. We will introduce our company to you, that is Intermark Global. So Intermark Global was incorporated in the year 1993. For 15 years, we were working under the brand of Savills in Moscow. And Intermark Global has regional offices in 8 different countries, that is in UAE, Thailand, Turkey, Russia, Indonesia, Britain, China, and Cyprus. We are dealing in the real estate investment, immigration services, as well as lifestyle real estate. Today, we will be talking about the French residency through financial independent program. So France, as you all know, is a full member of the European Union, and it has a very developed economy, high standard of living, known for its rich culture, art, and cuisine. France has a total population of more than 68,000 and is ranked as number 20th in the world ranking. The capital, as you all are aware, is Paris. So let's begin with the program, and Neha Rana will be briefing you about the program, its requirements, the advantages that you have once you become the French resident, and so on. So over to you, Neha.
Thank you, Asim, for the introduction, and I'm really excited to talk about this very popular program of obtaining French residency with all our clients who have taken out time and joined the webinar today. Thank you so much to everyone as well. So first of all, I will start or begin the presentation by talking about the advantages of this program. So why you should apply for a French resident permit. The reason is very simple that with this resident permit, you get visa free entry to the entire Schengen region. You can travel freely to all the Schengen countries. You can even give free education to your children and enjoy the healthcare benefits of the country whenever need be. So this resident permit, as you might have understand, is for you and your entire family, which means you can include your spouse and your dependent children who are under the age of 18 years old. You all can get French residence benefits under this program, which is called Financial Independent Program. Now, with this France resident permit, to which we call Financial Independence Program, what are the benefits that gives it to the applicants and to the family? First, as I said, it gives you travel-free access to the entire Europe as well as to all the Schengen countries. Even if you want, you can open your bank account with any of the European banks in the country, as well as enjoy free healthcare and education to your children. How do we proceed basically, like how one can get this French resident permit under this program is by showing a passive income which you are generating outside the country for you and your family, which means that the authorities just wants to see that you have a fixed income or at least a minimum income which is required for you and your family to have a lifestyle maintained in France while you are not allowed to work or do any business in the country, but you still can maintain your lifestyle with the passive income you're generating outside the country, which could be any of your rental income, any of your shares, dividends, even the salary which you are receiving while working remotely for the company. So the amount what they are looking for, like when you are applying for this program, the least what they are looking for is 25,000 euros for you as an individual and the similar amount for your each dependent family. Like if you're including yourself, you just need to show 25,000 euros of income, what you're generating, and 25,000 euros of income for your spouse. Each dependent child, as I said, who is under the age of 18 years, you need to show another 13 to 15,000 euros per dependent child, and all of you can get the benefits of having this resident permit. Now, what else is required other than the income what you have to show? There are two major requirements. One is to show that you're earning a passive income, and a long term rental lease is required under your name, which will be in France. So it is for those people or those clients who can show the income as well as show that they have either rented an accommodation, like we call it a long term lease in France, or your own property. So we as Intermark Global can help you in both ways. We can help you purchase a property if you are interested, or help you getting a long-term rental lease as well in the country. So these are the two major requirements to participate in the program and to apply for this visa along with your family. So moving forward, as I said, it is on the grounds, or it is for those clients, those candidates who can show their financial independence to the government. So mostly those who have their business, those who are looking for a retirement in the country, those who are working remotely for their jobs every day. It is for those people who would like to have a lifestyle in France and can manage their finances while not being allowed to work in the country. So, when we apply for this resident permit, you and your entire family will get 1 year of residency, which is issued to you during your initial visa process. So, this residency is renewable for next 5 years. Each year, we have to renew this residency. I'll again repeat, you will get 1 year of residency, and for next 5 years, the visa is renewed each year. What happens after 5 years is, if you wish to apply, you can apply for a long term resident permit, which is called in a layman's language as a permanent residence visa as well. And you're going to get another 5 years up to 10 years of residency. But overall, if you have maintained the resident permit in the country for up to 10 years, you even become eligible to apply for citizenship. Now, what are the conditions to maintain this residency or even to apply for citizenship? There are no language requirements. You are not required to know French while you are a resident of the country. There is no need to learn French as long as you're okay to keep renewing your resident permit every year with the country by proving, again, those two things. You have the financial independence and a lease or a rental in the country. But if you're looking for a permanent residence or citizenship, at that time you need to prove to the government and to the authorities that you have started to learn the language and you can now at least communicate in French language. Only then you become eligible to apply for citizenship. Also, you should be living in the country for a minimum of 183 days in a year if you want to become a citizen of the country. So, which means once you start living there for 6 months, you become a tax resident, you show the government, you prove them you can speak in French. That's when even the French passport could be yours, which means you can apply for the same after 10 years. So this is basically about this resident permit in France. These are the major factors on which you can apply, and these are the conditions through which you can become a permanent resident or citizen of the country. Moving forward, again, as I said earlier, very small things are needed for people who would like to apply for this program. Just show the minimum income per year, which is mentioned as 25,000 euros per year, each adult member, I'm sorry, and just to prove that you have a long term rental lease in the country. You and your entire family can get the resident permit, but on a condition that neither you or your spouse, like any adult member, will not be allowed to work in the country or do any business. So, this visa is just purely to maintain your lifestyle or to enjoy the benefits of the country without having a rights to work. So, just show the income, show the proof that you have a rental proof in the country, and the visa is yours for your and your family. Now, when we talk about this resident permit, there are certain set of documents which we will need from each one of you who are willing to apply for this program. Although our team, our experts will explain you about the documentation in detail by understanding your profile because it will be a tailor-made application, but on an average, general requirements will be just to show your passport, which is valid for a minimum of 6 months when you're applying, a document which shows that you have either a long term rental lease in the country or your own property in France. Either ways, Intermark can help you in both the options. You show that you have the proof of income through whichever sources you choose to show that income. We would need the documentation for that. There are some motivation letters which we will help you prepare because we have to show that what is your motive behind applying for this visa and moving to the France under this program. So we will help you in that as well. If you're including your family, we will need your basic civil documents like marriage certificates, birth certificates, and so on. Lastly, a very important thing is to show that you're medically insured while you're traveling in the country. So there will be a medical insurance, which again Intermark Global will help you and guide you to apply for, and you will be traveling with that medical insurance initially to enter the country. So these are the basic documents which we require from each one of the clients who will be applying. But of course, as I said, it's a tailor-made application. We will help you. We will ask you for few more documents if needed by understanding your profile once we are on board with you. Now, what happens when we collect these documents? How do we go about it? Once we have this set of documents, our team will prepare your application, which will not take more than a week to 2 weeks of time for us to review everything, tell you if there is any discrepancy, and we make sure that your application is strong enough to present it to the visa officer for their review. So the application, once prepared, it will be submitted to the country of your origin, like from where you belong, or if you're a resident here in UAE or anywhere which is not your home country, the application can be submitted there as well. So we give you all set of documents, we accompany you for the submission, you submit the application, and within a week to 1 month of time, that's an average processing time which the consulate or the VFS will take to review your documents, your visa application will be approved. So it's very simple. We prepare the document, we submit it, and within a month's time, hopefully, that's the maximum, we will receive the visa from the authorities on your application. Now, what happens with this visa? This visa is called Type D visa, which is issued to the long term residents who are planning to go as a long term residents in the country. So, with that D visa, within the issuance, you will enter the country, let's say, in next 3 months of time. You enter the country, your documents are validated and in the immigration department, your entry is made, and that's when you or your family, who all are applying with you, will be invited by the authorities to complete your medicals in France. So please remember your medicals will happen in France, not in the country of your origin or where you're residing. So once your medicals are done and approved in France, that's when officially you are granted the residence of France. Although you are entering on the long-term D visa, which is itself given to the residents only, but still that's the another official benchmark which you have to pass that your medicals are clear. That's when you become officially the residents of the country. So these are the three very basic and simple steps to get this French residency and move forward. Now, once you have entered on your D visa, we will assist you by validating your records with the immigration authorities there, update your entry to them, and that's when your period of wait, which is around 2 months to 3 months, will begin when you will be invited for the medicals. So you just enter there. If you want to start living there, continue living, staying there, you can very much do that on your long-term D visa. You just wait for 3 months, complete your medicals, and that's when you officially get your residence permit activated in the system. As I mentioned, Intermark Global will help you from the beginning by understanding your profile, preparing your documents, submitting it to the authorities, helping you make your first entry in the country, and even lead to your medical examination. So, as long as we are there, you don't have to worry. We will be there to assist you at each and every step of the program. So, again, just to summarize what we have discussed, what are the benefits of this program and what it brings to you if you apply? Basically, you don't pay any taxes to the French government for the income what you're generating outside the country. So you don't have to worry that I am showing them certain income, whether I will be taxed on that income or not. No, you will not be taxed for any income which you're generating outside France. So there are no taxes on the income. Again, no French is required as long as we are looking to have the resident permit. We are not looking for citizenship. There is no need to know the French language to get this resident permit issued to you and your family. Of course, in future, whenever you want a permanent residence or you want a French citizenship, there is a certain level of French language which you need to pass. That will definitely be required from you or your dependents to prove that you have the language proficiency, and then you can even get French citizenship as well, which is possible after 10 years. Although that is something you can get as a permanent residence also of 5 years by proving the language skills up to A2 level of French, and citizenship is B2 level language test to obtain citizenship after 10 years. So it's a very, very simplified program. You just have to prove your financial independency, a proof of stay in the French country. Like we will help you in having your rental lease or property in France. We will gather your documents, will help you throughout the process, and this will be a very smooth and simple journey for you. So I think that's all from my end. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. The numbers are given below. You can reach out to Asim or to me, and we have received your questions. We'll try and get back to you as soon as possible with all the answers. And we'll be looking forward to our one on one consultation as well, either through Zoom or in our Dubai office. Over to you, Asim. Thank you so much for your time, everyone.
Thank you so much, Neha, for explaining the process and the requirements for this beautiful program. The good part about this program is that the process time is real quick. Takes approximately a total of 30 to 45 days maximum to complete the process and for you to have the visa in hand. So this is advised for those individuals who have a passive income, as Neha rightly said, and also for those people who often travel to these Schengen countries but do not have a visa-free entry. And every time, as we all know that in Dubai, we travel during the holiday season, and unfortunately, we have to wait for the visa appointments for months together. Like as of now, the waiting period is still August. So with this program, all that hassle goes away. You just have to pack your bags and take a flight and land in the country that you wish to in any of these Schengen zone. So yeah, you are all most welcome to visit our office. That is in Imar Square, Building 6, in the downtown area of Dubai. And me and my team would love to assist you, give you all the information, help you with all the questions that you may be having. And yeah, we can take it forward from there. Or else, even if you're not in Dubai or UAE, we are always available for Zoom calls, and we can discuss the process, the profile, and then we can take the procedure ahead. So, thank you everyone once again for taking out time from your schedule to attend this webinar. And we are looking forward to hear from you. And let's do the process together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.